Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 12 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we are dipping our toes into Applied Energistics 2 and talking about this beautiful base update that we got going on. So let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where, well, today we have some base updates that we're going to talk about. And we're going to be starting to work on getting ourselves dove into Applied Energistics 2. Getting ourselves a digital storage system, or at least digital access to our storage system. So yeah, let's dive ourselves right on in. So as you can see, our base is much more symmetrical than it was before. Thank goodness for the copy paste tools and the building gadget, because they are absolutely phenomenal, because they make building so easy. But anyway, so what we have going on here is I basically, I copied our base design that's over here. So what I did was I copied this, pasted it over here, put the walls up, and then copied it again. And you're like, TheAndrata, well, why would you copy it twice? I have machines set up and everything. So when I copy it, it would try to copy the machines. Technically, it wouldn't, because I don't have the machines in my inventory or anything like that. But yeah, anyway, so I copied it, rotated it, adjusted it, put it in its spot, bada bing, bada boom. Then I decided, well, you know what? We're going to need home for mystical agriculture as well. So I decided to go ahead and build out some little farming areas. And when I built them out to the wrong size. So, hey, is what it is. So we have, I believe these are 9x9-ish something or others. I have this block here so I can measure out. Because that's going to be the joining blocks. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it works out, except for the fact that, oh, I guess I curved that edge, but I didn't, wait. That's the wrong spot. I'm measuring the wrong spot. That didn't help. Okay, I lied. That's 11 by 11. Yeah, that makes sense. It's this that I wanted to measure. So let's place this there. No, there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's my issue, is it's a 16 by 16. Even numbers don't work in Minecraft. I should have built out a 17 by 17 or something along that line, which is why we end up having bricks and grass. But over here we have bricks, grass, grass. But whatever. Honestly, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. At least it's symmetrical on all of them. They're the exact same. So even though I made a mistake in my measurements, they all have the same mistake. So at least it flows, right? But then internally, we have a 9x9 for all of our planting purposes. And you'll see over here, I planted our seeds for our Inferium essence. Being able to not only vein mine, but twerk it out makes growing these very easy. Because if I vein mine this, I can vein mine the entire crop, which means I get my Inferium seeds, and then bam. And so basically, I just sat here and I spammed my auto clicker, and I just kept growing and twerking. And yeah, you end up getting all of the essence that you need, essentially, which is how I got all these seeds to be able to plant all of this stuff, because I just, twerked it out. That's weird. I only planted one seed, but there was another hole, wasn't there? Did it auto plant? Anyway, and then on each of these, I went ahead and placed Inferium essence onto the tilled soil to turn it into Inferium's farmland, which is why I'm able to get so much more of those Inferium essence. You can see up there I have a secondary chance of 11%. That's the seeds. So every time it grows, it's going to grow Inferium essence, one of them. That's the 100% chance. But it also has an 11% chance to give me seeds. It is tiered to its level. So these are Inferium seeds, but when we get to tier 2 seeds, we're going to need the tier 2 essence, which is Prudentium. Then you will have the secondary chance output increased by planting tier 2 seeds on Prudentium. If you plant tier 2 seeds on tier 1, you don't get that secondary chance output. And if you plant tier 2 seeds on tier 3, 4, 5, whatever, you also don't get as high of a secondary chance output. So, a high of a chance on your secondary output. You want to place them on the tier of the seed to boost up the seed production. Anyway, we'll get into mystical agriculture later. I just wanted to get that out there so that it looks nice and everything. But today, my goal is to get us at least started with Applied Energistics 2 and working through that. Now, TheAndrata said he was going to watch a mod spotlight. Completely forgot to do that, so we're just going to wing it. One thing I do know is that our controller from Applied Energistics is able to be a max size of a 7x7x7 like this, but with 7 blocks instead of 5. And so we just happen to have this gray or this black stained glass is a 7x7 area. So I think this is where we're going to put our controller. We're going to have our controller sit here 7x7x7. And then this guy can just chill in the middle. And this is like our storage area. And then I want to make the chandeliers from, well, it's not from Applied Energistics, but the Applied Energistics chandeliers for the pattern processors and everything. And I think I'll stick those. We'll get rid of these trees and we'll stick those like here, and I can build 4 of them. I don't need 4, but I'll build 4 just for aesthetic purposes. Or maybe like this could be a CPU, this could be a CPU, and this could be a tree, assembler tree. And I think that'll fit nice and neat. We'll see what ends up happening there. But anyway, let's get ourselves started. So Applied Energistics, our first step is going to be to take care of this stuff that I have in my inventory. It's not necessarily the first step that you want to do, but it's in my inventory, so I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize this. We're going to be making Fluix crystals. Fluix crystals is an in-world transformation. Charged Certus, redstone, nether quartz in water or witch water will get you Fluix crystals on the output. So that's what we need to get going here. So I'm going to grab myself a bucket of water that I already have. And actually, you know what? I have buckets of water. Let's not do it there just in case. Let's turn off my magnet. Is that the right button? No, that's the right button. We just got to throw this into the water and then wait a few seconds and it will transform itself into Fluix crystals. It's pretty simple. See, we're already getting it. Now, granted, I am picking up some of the stuff that I don't want to pick up, but that's okay. If I were to step back a little bit, it would be a little bit better, but got it. Magnet all up. And we're good. And we ended up with 10 stacks is what we should have ended up with of Fluix crystals because you get 2 per. So 5 stacks of each of those resources get you 10 stacks of Fluix crystals, and pretty simple. Bada bing, bada boom, we're done. Next major goal, we took care of that. Now our next major goal is to actually get into Applied Energistics. So a couple of things that we're going to need. Now, a charger would be handy. However, I don't know necessarily how much we actually need a charger. Because we get charged Certus quartz from sieving, and we have a decent amount of it. Like, I guess 500 is 500 enough. I don't know. The main purpose of getting a charger is to charge Certus quartz into charged Certus quartz. I guess I could get it just to in case we need it in the future, but by that point I'd be automating it anyway. So do we necessarily need a charger? I have charged Certus quartz. There is the extended charger. I'm going to go ahead and assume the extended charger can charge 4 items at the same time. It just charges more items. The regular charger only charges 1 item at a time. Now, the extended charger is not necessarily needed. If we're just charging Certus quartz, the Certus quartz is, I mean, it charges pretty darn quick. It is used for a lot of recipes, though. So it just, the question is am I going to craft 500 plus of all of these things, or am I good to go? Like, do I need to even worry about it? We'll skip it for now. We'll hold off on getting the charger. Normally you would want to get a charger to charge your Certus quartz, but since we're getting it from sieving, I don't think it's necessary. By the way, I've had this player transmitter on our to-do list since we got into Powa. The player transmitter is how I am able to charge my inventory myself wirelessly. However, in order to make this, we have to get this thing called a player aerial pearl. In order to get the player aerial pearl, we have to use an aerial pearl on a zombie or a husk. And I have not run into any zombies since the beginning of the pack. Could I, by taking away my feral flare lanterns and letting this place light itself up, or even just building out to get there? Yes, I just haven't done it yet. Okay. So that's that. Our next major goal here is going to get our inscriber. And by the way, you can kind of see our mystical agriculture set up. These are all the seeds that I want to get at some point. Our next major goal is to get ourselves an inscriber. However, when we come to an inscriber, we're going to run into an issue because we need sticky pistons. Sticky pistons require some sort of slime ball, either a resin ball, pink slime, or a slime ball from Minecraft. And if we take a look at our system, we do not have any slime balls. Slime balls are, craftable, yes. Infusible, we can use the alchemy catalysts and convert them over. But I think our best way and easiest way for us right now is to just use a centrifugal separator from thermal. Throw magma cream in there, we get slime and we get blaze powder. And if we take a look at magma cream, we have plenty of magma cream. So yeah, by the way, I AFK'd for like 6 hours, as you can see, just so that we could build up some of these resources. So yeah. Anyway, centrifugal separator, I already pre-made all the stuff for it because I knew this is the route that we were going to take. We're going to pop over here and place it down in this general area. Let's get a hardened cable. I should put these cables in my dank, which I upgraded. If you didn't notice that we now have a larger dank, which can hold 262,000 of every single item that is in its slot. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab... the hardened tier is pretty much what I'm using. We'll put these in here, and then you are energy, so you can go there. And then we'll make more of them, I guess, as needed. Centrifugal separator goes here. Water goes back into its slot, and we can go ahead and get our magma cream. And now we only need one slime, technically, because if we slime up or we get this one, we can EMC it, because this does happen to have EMC. So we just need to get one of these. So let's go ahead and do the time in a bottle thing. We'll let it process the rest of that stack, but I just need one of these, and then I can pop on over here over to my energy condensers, which I have 2 of them now. This one is for all our general crafts, because I have this guy just chilling making blaze rods. I looked at everything that needed EMC, and the only thing other than slime balls and like ink sacks and stuff, the thing that we probably would need the most would be blaze rods. So I figured I'll just let this thing run and make blaze rods nonstop. So I filled in these slots with blaze rods. As it finishes, it pops one in, bada bing, bada boom, done. If you are going to set up something similar, you definitely need to do this, where you fill in the slots with the item that you are going to be creating. Because if you set it on top of a cobble gen, the cobble gen will literally fill all of the slots in there. You won't have a slot for the item that you want. Makes sense? So if I have all cobblestone in here, it has nowhere to put the blaze rods, and it has to go into this inventory. So that's why I have this set up like so. Anyway, alchemical condenser, slime ball. Let's grab ourselves some of this, and then, we don't need terribly too many, but I need enough to be able to do this. This is 32. I don't think the big stacks have Control Shift click, by the way, to bulk shove things into an inventory. Yeah, now we can go ahead and make our sticky pistons, and we're going to need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 of these inscribers. So we're going to need a total of 8 sticky pistons. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we didn't have enough slime balls, but now we do. I meant to put those in the inventory instead of shoving them in. 8. And then we should be able to make 8 inscribers, or 4 inscribers. 4. Okay. 4 inscribers, yes. Calculation, engineering, logic, and silicon. Now there is a extended inscriber from Extended AE. It allows it to have 4 inscribing jobs done at the same time. I don't know if that means that it's able to have 4 different, as in we can put all 4 of the processors inside of there and we could have them going. But for now, this is where we're at. Now, AE2, where do we want to set this up? We're kind of sort of, this area is kind of sort of utilized for everything. I do want to move occultism to one of these other little islands and probably break down the walls so that we can set it up a little bit better. I guess for now, AE2, I hate saying for now, because when I say I'm going to put something somewhere for now, it most likely is going to end up there long term, and I don't like that. Let's just go ahead and tear this down. We need to end up building streakers and everything again anyway. So yeah, we'll take care of that. Okay, and then I need my brush. Back. And we can brush all this out. Okay. And then inscribers and A2 kind of materials and stuff can go here. Eventually, like I said, we're going to have this automated and everything. But for now, everything's going to go over here. Okay, you go away, you go away, you go away, you go away. And inscribers can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So the inscribers are going to require power. They have new buttons. This is interesting. Automation can access any slot from any slide. Input slots cannot be extracted from. Oh, I like this. Automation can access slots from specific sides. Top and bottom can be extracted. I like this. There is a automation access mode where you can have it so that you can just have pattern providers sit wherever you want, and it's going to be able to access the extracts, but the input slots cannot be extracted. So only this can be extracted from, but it can sit wherever you would like the pattern provider to be. That's actually kind of nifty. I like that. For now, let's go ahead and get power hooked into these guys, utilizing our fancy hardened cables that we just shoved into here, and a ender gate. Excuse me, fall down. We can put this right there. Let me slow that down. I don't know what bridging is, but I just turned it off. I need to get these hotkeys taken care of. Let's do you and you. Sure. Okay, so now these guys have power, which is great. And now they just need to get their things that they need to do. Now, in order to be able to actually utilize the inscribers, we have to make these presses, right? It's got to be able to press the items down and mechanically press it. So in order to get this, we have to do this craft multiple different times. We need skystone and we need iron plates is our common material. So if we come over here, you're going to see I have iron plates, and then I know that I have skystone in the system. So we need skystone, we need iron plates. Now, I know AE2 has been updated to allow for this, which is great. Previous iterations of Applied Energistics, you could only have one item in each slot. Now, we can adjust the stacks, the slot size, which is great. And you can have it auto-export. So if I attached an inventory, it could just push out. This is pretty freaking fantastic. I like these updates to AE2. Modernization is good. Anyway, so we're going to need a Certus quartz, we're going to need a diamond, we're going to need gold, and we're going to need silicon, all of which I should be able to craft up fairly easily. Now, we only need one of these to make the presses, so that's you, that's you. It was silicon, which I went ahead and pre-made some silicon. Silicon is pretty simple. It's just smelting up the Certus quartz dust that we get from all of our inventorying. Where are you at? Recipe. I hit the wrong button. Certus quartz dust. We get that from sieving, smelt it, turns into silicon. Easy peasy. And then it was Certus quartz. So we take this, put that in there. It's going to do the thing. I wonder if this is tick acceleratable, because if I remember correctly, it wasn't before. But we put each one of these in here, and we're going to get each of the different presses. So silicone is going to be first, then calculation, then gold. I generally have them go up in tier. I say generally, I've only worked with AE2 a couple times, but go up in tier from the cheapest item to the most expensive, and with the most expensive being diamond. And we can take these out and shove those into our system. And then we have our silicone, we have our inscriber or our calculation, we have our logic, we have our engineering, and I realize that we do need one more inscriber to handle the final outputs of everything. So we're going to need to get ourselves 2 more sticky pistons. One more cable. The last cable that we have in there. And this one's going to be for the final craft of all of our different processors, because those all need to have the thing. And we can go ahead and grab redstone and just leave it into there so that it's ready to go. Okay. So our first step is to get ourselves a silicone press. Silicone press is we utilize silicone to make it. So we take our silicone, we put it in there, bada bing, bada boom. It's going to make the silicone processors, right? Is that what they're called? Printed silicone. Then we can turn those into the different things. Over here, this was our gold or our Certus quartz one. So we're going to go ahead and grab Certus quartz. Pop that in there. We're going to go ahead and grab some gold. Put that in there. And being able to just shove a whole stack of each in there is very nice now. I don't have to worry about setting up hoppers to be able to do this. I don't have to do anything extra. Everything's going to go. And the output is also stackable, so we can have more. What about some acceleration cards? Do we have the ability to do that and make these even faster now? I think we might. Once we get calculation processors going, we can go ahead and make acceleration cards, which is going to be great because that means that we can speed up the entire system, or this whole thing will be able to be sped up, and we can put 4 in each. So I'm going to need a total of, it's 2 of these per craft, so 4. So I need 10 of these calculation processors. That's my goal. Let's get ourselves up to 10 calculation, which is going to be 10 of these and then 10 of these. Almost there, actually. We can get it started. And then once we get this done, everything will be even faster, right? Like, and then we don't have to wait so much. Let's find out if tick accelerating is possible. Yeah, no go on the tick accelerating. I didn't think so. It hasn't ever been in the past, so I didn't think that was going to work. But yeah, so let's do this. And then so we made that Fluix crystal, so now we can go ahead and make ourselves acceleration cards, and we can go ahead and pre-speed up this one, which will make these faster, which will make it easier for us to be able to get the rest of them, right? And then you two. And then it was you two that are making this for us, so we can go ahead and do these two. Excuse me. By the way, I got a new sword. Did I mention that? This one had capturing on it. That's why I had it in my inventory. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. That processed all those. Let's go ahead and do this. Look how much faster that is. It's almost instant. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much instant. It just has a delay at the end, but so much faster for this automation now. Good. Okay, so now we can have everything sped up, and I like that. Okay. I don't know how many more we needed. I think it was 10 total. We're going to have more than 10, but other machines are going to want acceleration cards. So, I mean, why not just go ahead and max it out, right? So I need a total of 4 more. Bada bing, bada boom. 1, 2, done. Okay, so these guys are capped out on their speeds, which is great. Processing all of the things, making all of the things that we're going to need. And we need more silicone in here. Look how fast it is. It already processed through all of the stuff. Now, we can't automate this. If I wanted to go ahead, I could stick some hoppers. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's grab some. Let's get a bunch of these things. We know we're going to need them. So let's just go ahead and get ourselves 1, 2, 3, 2. Helps if I have chests, apparently. Let's do this recipe. 3, 4 hoppers. And then some barrels. Sure. Because it says it can auto export, right? So auto export. Ah, man, look at that. That's awesome. And we don't need one for that one yet. Sure. Auto export, auto export, auto export, auto export. And then if we get our hoppers, and then we go ahead and throw these on top, and then we grab stacks on stacks on stacks of all the different things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll get a bunch of these, right? Like, we're going to get a ton. And then we need gold. Ah, come on. I hate when it does that. When you hold shift, it should not switch, but it does. I don't know why logic circuits are going into there. It's outputting to the hopper. That's interesting. Okay. I don't necessarily love that, so we'll do that. This is doing the same thing. Okay. All right, you know, so there are some things that could be a little bit better. Oh, and it's actually outputting to over here too, because they're connected. Top and bottoms. Okay, so what about that? What if we change this to top and bottom only? It's pushing items out to the right. That just made a bunch of those engineering processors or whatever. Which ones are these? Yeah, engineering processors, which is fine. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's not what I intended. So now does it stop pushing items over to here? Yeah, okay. So now automations can't it can't extract from the side, so it's going to push them into here or into here. But it looks like it's just going to push it into the bottom now. Okay, good. All right, so then we need Certus quartz. And then we'll need more silicone. Cool. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. And then this one we can just have redstone push into that. Okay. I mean, simple, but it works, right? Can't complain about it. It's going to work, and it's going to work well. Left, right, back, and front. Okay, so now because I turned that, now this one, I guess this one I could probably have on input from anywhere, but it's not inserting. Okay, let's put this one on the side then. There we go. Okay. And then top and bottom slots can be extracted from. Okay. Well, it's doing the thing. It's working. Making the stuff. I like it. It works. And really, I could have a pipe filtering from here over to here so that it keeps those in stock too. But what I'm going to do in between episodes, I'm just going to get us a bunch of all these different processors then. Because with that, we are then able to actually get into applied energistics and getting everything set up. But at this point, this episode is about long enough, especially since we've had some really long episodes lately anyway. So next episode, we're really going to dive into AE2, get ourselves our controller set up, get everything going. And yeah, I like it. I love it. And I want some more of it. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. And we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.